It's never too early.
Hey guys, Squdge here, welcome back to another video. It's Friday, which means it's resin day, and I have this really cool mould. So it's a giant like potion bottle or poison bottle, which has got the skull on. Now I know it's a little bit early for Halloween, but for me every day is Halloween, so I'm quite excited. I think we're going to do some sort of green and then into black, I think is my plan. And I'm hoping I can get the green to be a little bit glow in the dark, which would be quite cool. Now obviously the skull is going to have the holes in. These pieces are going to be backed. If you look at where the mould goes to, these pieces are level with the edge of the mould. These pieces are below. So yes, what you could do if you wanted to, once you've poured it, cover the back with maybe some acetate or something and then fill it with white resin. Something I may do. I'm going to see what it looks like when it's poured and done, but I am so excited because yeah, I would use this all year round storage. So yeah, and it's a big mould. I have no idea how much resin it's going to take. It is a big mould, so I'm really quite excited. Hope you are. If you want to see how I do this, then please keep watching.
One of the best ways to figure out how big your moulds actually are is to use rice. So what you do, you fill the mould with rice to the very top, and then you can pour that into a jug or something similar to figure out the amount of resin you need to use. You can also use water. What I find when I use water is I then have to get the mould to dry. You do sometimes get left with water spots which can show up on the resin, and I tend to just spill the water everywhere. Whereas if I do it with rice, I can put it a tray underneath the jug, pour it in, and then I know exactly how much I'm using. So yeah, two ways you can check if you do want to find out exactly how much resin you need per mould. One thing to note, this rice then needs to stay separate from your cooking rice. Please don't mix rice you've used in a resin mould with rice you're going to cook. Okay, so I have mixed up my resin. I've split it into 2 cups. First cup I'm using a Sophie and Toffee black, and in the second one I'm using a yellow green, a green and some green glow in the dark powder. The glow in the dark powder was from a Sophie and Toffee box. I'll leave some links in the description for some discount codes for Sophie and Toffee for you. And then the green and the yellow green were just some pigments that I got. I poured the black in from the top, the green from the bottom, and just kept pouring until I'd filled the mould really. I wanted to try and get the black as near to the skull as possible and not spread too far. But while I was tidying up, as you can see, it slowly spread down the bottle. It's actually quite hypnotising to watch. And in the end I quite liked it, and then all I did was add in some interest in the middle. So all I did was I grabbed a, after I'd popped the bubbles, I grabbed a lollipop stick and I just dragged some of the green up through the black just to add sort of like tendrils and interest, and more like a liquid is in there, or some sort of bubbling potion.
Okay, it is time to demould, and to check out how bright our glow in the dark is. I'm just going to turn this light off for a second. I'm going to move this all the way over to this side so it's darker. There we go. You can see that glowy spot. You can't see very much because it is daylight here, and it's very bright daylight here. But let's get into this beast of a mould and see how we look with the black and the green. Oh, this is a beast of a mould, I tell ya. It's a big one. Right. Oh, we got some green all the way up to the top. Interesting. Right, this is going to be the difficult part. Trying to get these to because they're stuck and I don't want to end up ripping them off. Let's go this way first. so you can actually see the shelvings. So if we pop out this one, you've got to release the vacuum. See, with these it's easy because you can get your hand in, but with the face it's going to be a touch harder. Okay, so we need to kind of try and squish down the This is hard. I really don't want to end up breaking it because it's really pretty. She says about the skull. You know what I mean. It is really pretty. You know, can we like...
Okay, so I struggled and struggled with this. Then I went and got a little metal tool, and I thought perhaps if I can push this through from the front, it will break the seal, and then we can pop it out. That didn't work. Then I tried it from the back. That didn't work. Then I tried pushing straight through the middle with it. That didn't work. I ended up putting a hole, but thankfully that hole won't actually affect the pouring of the mould. I love this mould. I don't like demoulding it. Then I called in assistance because I was concerned that perhaps it was just my hands weren't working, they weren't strong enough to get it out. So I called in assistance, got a much stronger pair of hands, and no, we still struggled. Between the two of us, it still took us a long time to get this out, even with 4 hands and tools and various different pressure from different sides. So yeah, I love this mould. I hate demoulding it, but eventually the man with the stronger hands got it out. So yeah, a big cheer for him. We really appreciate his help.
I mean, nothing goes on that, so it's not a huge issue, but...
It worked. Does look very pretty.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that.
I mean, look at that. That's really nice.
Yeah.
The lines.
Yeah, because all I did was just drag it up the back. I actually think it looks nicer on the back.
Yeah, that looks
because
nicer.
it looks smokier, but the other thing that's really cool, not that my UV light is very strong,
It'll glow.
but it glows in the dark.
Cool.
Let's give it a second because this is not, it's a torch, so it's not very strong UV light.
True.
Where is my UV light?
It's fine, just take away. Oh, look at that. You can see it.
Yep, it glows quite a lot.
Alright.
Obviously a stronger light would be better, and being out in the light for a long time would be better, but yeah.
I love lovely bar.
So, I absolutely love this. Bit of a faff to get the face out of the mould.
Hello YouTube.
But I just love it. Got a couple of bubbly bits. Just around these curves, there's a few bubbles, but that won't really affect anything. Those could quite easily be filled if they were problematic, but for my first use of this mould I'm really happy, and using the glow powder. What I'll do, I'll get a picture of it in the dark when it's been lit up, so I'll leave it out in the light for a while, take it into a dark room and take a picture for you.
Very glowy.
And there's the mould, yeah. Faff to get these out. And as I said before, what you could do, if you put a piece of acetate on the back, you could then fill these in with white if you wanted to, or another colour, so that they really showed up. But when they're actually sat up, you can see right through them, so you get the white effect, which is really cool. I absolutely love it. I'm tempted to like keep it that way and then just turn it around to get things out. I love both. I love both. I love both. What do you think? And what would you store in it? I even want to store my jewellery on it. I love it. I love it. What colour would you do? Would you do glow in the dark? Would you do something else? Would you do like a glittery pink poison potion like from the Emperor's New Groove, let me know what you would do, and I'll see you soon. If you have enjoyed this, please give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one. Keep crafting, guys. Bye!
Okay, and now it is time to reveal the winner to my secret giveaway. I used the YouTube comment picker, and today's winner is the amazing Claire. So, Claire, I think I already have your address. I will get the mould posted out to you as soon as possible. Have a great day, everyone!